Welcome back, everybody. Bumps, scrapes, insect bites, sunburns, even forgetting your medication while on vacation. According to our next guest, prevention and planning are the keys to a successful, fun, and healthy summer. Please welcome HEB pharmacist Gina Eubank to explain. Hello, Gina.
Hello.
Okay, I want to touch on something. A couple of times during the show, we've talked about how medicine can't really address certain issues. And even as a pharmacist, you realize that people have to use medications responsibly.
Oh, definitely. You know, I've spoken many times about if your strategy for, your health is to go to your doctor once a year or twice a year and get prescriptions, and that's it. That is not a winning strategy. I mean, it goes back to like we're talking about with this prevention. You've got to take responsibility for your health.
Right.
Realize food is medicine, and conduct your life in such a way that it's conducive to a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And if you do find yourself in a situation, there are medications that are available that can help you during the interim while you figure out a new strategy to move you from point A to B, where it's not a lifetime issue of being on medication.
Speaking of medications, all right, summertime coming up, lots of people going on vacations, couple of problems that they have. One is you got to be aware of the temperatures that you're keeping your medications in when you're traveling.
Yes, and so many people, they don't think of that, whether they're traveling in the airplane or in the car. If you're in the airplane, you want to be sure and carry on your medications, and they need to be labeled properly. And so many people ask me about security, and as long as you have a prescription label on there, even if it exceeds the liquid amount, you're fine. You can get on with it.
Okay.
And in the car, put it in the front seat. We also have nifty little carrying cases here. This one, it carries your insulin and your pens, and it keeps it at
EpiPens? Yeah.
Well, not EpiPens. No, your insulin pens.
Okay.
We also have little mini fridges that are similar to that that'll carry your liquid antibiotics. There's ophthalmic drops that need to be refrigerated. Ask your pharmacist which ones.
Yeah, because there's a certain temperature that medications need to be at, or they're not effective
to have
anymore.
their efficacy.
What if you forget your prescription and you're off in, Hoboken?
Okay, and this is another one where I'm into prevention. Okay, so ideally, if you would get one of these memory care bands, and you can load all your information, your entire family's, your insurance information, if anybody's allergic to any medication, what they take on a regular basis, all of that. So that's very handy. It's international, so it'll go all over the world with you. And if you end up in the ER, they'll move you to the front of the line because it's so easy. But let's say you end up at, Indiana, and you don't have your medication, you didn't do the prevention thing. Very simple. You just go to a pharmacy, and you tell them your date of birth, your name, and then you give them whatever pharmacy you go to, and they can call that pharmacy and find out what medication you're on and get it transferred.
Perfect.
If you go to HEB, we're all linked. We can just hit a button and you're golden.
Good to go. All right, let's walk through some of the things that we kind of need to refresh our first aid kit for summer, because a lot of times we use the stuff and you go to use it, it's gone. So let's walk through some of the things you have here and what reasons we would use them for. For example, this little area right here, what do we have?
Okay, here we have for like your bugs stinging and things like that. So ant bites, wasps, bees. I brought natural options as well as traditional options. We have hydrocortisone cream here.
Stop the itching
and
inflammation.
Well, inflammation, and also stop the sting, which is the natural option, which is a colloidal oatmeal. And both of those, if you put them on immediately after you get the bite, oftentimes the bump won't even come out.
Ooh, okay.
So these are great to keep in your purse or somewhere, because getting them on right away is the key. Baking soda, people have forgotten. I mean, do you remember the old days? People put the baking soda paste on there.
Well, I don't remember the old days, but somebody told me.
Yeah, we heard about it. That's exactly right.
But it kind of soaks up the...
It does, and it gets down that inflammation and redness. If it's severe and somebody's allergic to it, we've got oral Benadryl here. This is our cut section, and triple antibiotic, and then we've got the Band-Aids, and then the natural option here we have witch hazel, which is an antiseptic. Then we've got the sunscreen section here, and apply this when the child or when you're naked, because people forget about their ears, the stripes here. Yes, definitely. And if you, heaven forbid, you do get sunburned, you can give oral ibuprofen
to stop take the swelling down.
Exactly. It gets the inflammation down. You can take an oatmeal bath and natural option, and it soothes the skin. We've got aloe vera. Dehydration. Over 300 people a year die from dehydration.
Yeah, so
our body's 60% water.
And when you say hydration, water, water, water,
yes,
not sodas
not Coke,
and beers and things like that.
Exactly.
All right. Gina, thank you very much. And for more information, you can just log on to HEB.com/pharmacy. It's great because you go get your prescriptions filled and then go do your grocery shopping all at the same time. We'll be right back.